a 5 and I shouldn't have a 5. James, you signed up for race band 8, but you're on race band 5. Do you want to be on race band 5? Alright, let me change you to race band 5. I think that's easy. If that was my biggest problem today, I think I'm golden. Alright, so James is now on race band 5. I have a race band 3. I shouldn't have a race band 3. I lost my race band 7. Looks like I got a race band 4 now. I got Pino. There's someone going through all the channels. Someone's channel changing. Alright, so this is what you signed up for, right? Cal race band 1, Noiko race band 2, Pino race band 4, V-Ball race band 6, QT race band 7, Shames race band 5. So I don't have a TTF PV, and I don't have a Noiko right now. Noiko's on digital. See on digital? Alright, on race band 2. Alright, here we go. Race is going to start in 20 seconds. Good luck, pilots. Gate to gate, fastest 3 laps, 2.5 minutes on the clock. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5. And for our boys in the truck, race band 2 is on Sharkbite Digital.
Well, individual racing underway here at Mayhem 2020. It's Sunday morning. A little bit nicer outside this morning. If you're joining us on the live stream, it is just a perfect summer, late spring morning here in Dallas. Pilots will have 3 chances to qualify before 11:30 a.m., which is the hard finish for qualification.
I'm in the middle of a problem. Wagon drop to a sign. How do I do this? Big goal. Yeah, after this heat.
I'll go down there, son.
Alright.
Yeah, good morning.
TFPD 41.6.
So we're doing a top 16 double elimination a little bit later on this morning. And we got our first 3-lap time coming in right now. Pino's got 3 laps recorded.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And finish up the lap that you are on. And I guess everyone's done. We're going to shuffle things around. Heat number 1's in the books. We'll talk about some stats here in a few minutes. We're just adjusting some stuff. First heats of the day, you know how it goes. And we'll get set for heat number 2 after quad retrieval.
check it out.
Our next seat, if you just want to hold off, I gotta hit some more buttons and so forth. I just need a few moments. Looks like full heat number two is pretty full, and I'm gonna call you to the line and power up in just a few minutes, about 60 seconds. All right, heat number two, we're about set for you. I think we're good to power up. Let's power up our next heat, number two. That is A-Drone, 2-Dog RC, SFPV, T-Dog, Ferry, Johnny 5, and Daikon. You may power up. Yeah. Yeah. Did I not say you? You're on the screen. Yeah. Sorry, Nick Nack. Nick Nack, race band 8. So I'm just adjusting some settings. That was my bad. Should have let's see here. Hey Shannon, if you want to come and see me real quick. All right, pilots, we're chasing 3 laps in a minute 55. Fastest lap, power up. I'm going to go green in about 30 seconds, unless anyone has any objections. All right, here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. looks like just a rough start for one pilot. Looks like T-Dog having difficulties getting off the line. The whole shot going to Daikon. No, Johnny 5, that's what I thought. Johnny 5 was the first one out of the line, leading the charge. And opening laps coming in here, a 36 for A-Drone, a 40.2 for Daikon, a 41.5 for Knick-Knack FPV, Johnny 5 with a 45.8. So Johnny 5 starting the number 1 spot with that whole shot, dropping down to 4th. There's Barry with a 38 and change, Two-Dog with a 48 and change, SFPV with a 45.0. Now those lap times, even though they're separated by position, it is gate to gate, so it's not a mad dash to our start-finish line. And it's your fastest 3 that you can get done within the 2.5 minutes allotted. Chasing 3 laps in a minute 55 as our TQ time so far after 1. There's Daikon and Knick-Knack FPV, that are blade-to-blade battle as we go left to right here on the front straightaway. There's a 40 and change on lap 2 for Daikon, a 38.9 for Knick-Knack FPV. Now Ferry with 2 laps recorded, he's got a 38 and a 38. Two-Dog, 2 laps recorded with a 48 and a 47. Daikon has a pair of 40s. Knick-Knack has a 41 and a 38. There's A-Drone, 2 laps recorded. A 36 and a 70. Not sure what's happening there. Watching some... we'll have to see what the story is there. Not the worst. And there's 3 laps recorded so far for Knick-Knack FPV. 15 seconds remaining on the race clock to get onto their final lap. 3 laps recorded now for SFPV and Ferry. Ferry's up in the number 2 spot overall with a minute 55.7. That's half a second off of Pino's time. Ferry right now with his first 3 laps, working on his 4th. SFPV is in 3rd overall, about 2.2 seconds back off Ferry's time. And Knick-Knack has 3 recorded. He is sitting in 4th overall. Now Two-Dog with 3 laps recorded. He's sitting in 5th overall. Master race clock has expired, so Two-Dog, you are done. Officially 3 laps recorded. Your fastest 3, 2 minutes 27 seconds. Knick-Knack, you're done. 4 laps in the session. Your last 3, your fast 3. Ferry done. SFPV done as well. And SFPV takes the number 1 spot with a 35-second lap on lap number 2, followed by a 37 on lap 3 and a 38 on lap number 4 for a TQ time of a minute 51 on his fastest 3. Ferry's in 2nd overall with a minute 54, then Knick-Knack in 4th with a 2:01, Two-Dog in 5th with a 2:27.
Why did I get 2nd? I was like missing gates and like. Can you see it? Oh, I think I saw it on Facebook. It's like yours is like all yellow. That's my first lap. I did 4 laps. No, you can totally see yours. Battery shop has those 2 big pyramids. The battery shop's in the middle. It's like you can turtle in anything.
Hey guys. Funny seeing y'all here. So we're all gonna hover the outlet, right? Yeah. When you signed up, you have a chance. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. Where are you going? I was like, oh, I don't have video. I'm like, oh, that's what, yeah, I did this.
right, this is heat number 3, Paco FPV, Mondo, G-Man, heads up FPV, Amari, Provo, and Grower. We'll power up, looks like we got full video, clear the course, nice race, starts at 36.
Whoa, yeah, what's the video? I'm just like, I see something I turn mine off. Mine is just, I've got digital ones. Are they still plugged in?
All right, pilots, goggles down, thumbs up. Stand by.
Hang on.
And about ready to start here in about 20 seconds. All right, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Looked like a mid-air there between Provo and Grower. No one crashing out. Now they're separated by about a gate. Looks like Grower has pulled ahead of Provo. An opening lap starting to come in. There's a 33.2 for Heads Up FPV, 37.3 for Mondo, 37.0 for Paco, 35.4 for Amari, Grower with a 39.0. There's G-Man and Provo across the line. G-Man with a 38.1, Provo with a 44.2. This is heat number 3 in the air. On deck is going to be Orange Stuff, Noikle, SFPV, Ethan, the V-Ball Screecher. And in the hole will be Fitty Cal, Lehman, Slowpoke. Of course, we're going to be scanning in. Pilots will point you in the right direction. So we're working on lap number 2. Chasing 3 laps in 1:51 as a TQ time. Paco now with a 37 and a 36. Mondo with a 37 and a 35. Amari with a 35 and a 39. Grower with a 39 and a 35. Provo with a 44 and a 41. And the 2 minutes has expired, so you finish up the lap that you're on. We got 4 laps in the session for Paco. It looks like his last 3 is fast 3 with 3:36s. 4 laps.
Provo 40.6. Provo done.
I wouldn't land directly in front of the pilot.
Looks like 1 to finish up. And G-Man, you can actually bring it in. This one isn't going to count for you. Save the quad. I got 3 laps for G-Man, a 38, a 45, and a 55. That has you in about 9th.
That, you know, it's crazy those ESC6.
Yeah, I noticed that. How many do you think you did? 4? Yeah. So your last 3 were your fast 3. And they are all combined. I adjusted the timer to grab you, so I don't know if you're putting out low, Evan. But those last 3 is a minute 39.5. That is your fastest 3 laps. Which is our new DQ time, a minute 39.5. That's up FPV, the top of that. I believe Paco's going to slide into second overall. Grower slides into 5th. And I got to do some administration. One.
The race is completed.
We got all 7 pilots. Here we go. This is Heat 4. Chasing a minute 39.5 is our TT time. Good luck, pilots. Army quads. Live until less than 5.
Pilots are finished.
What are you guys? Just going one off. I don't know.
The race is completed.
Loading heat number 5.
This week, Fitty County, Ferry, Slowpoke, Drone, Amari, QTFPV, and Chief. On deck, heat number 6, Daikon, Mondo, Legendary, and Pino, James, and Enema that's on deck.
And then the whole VG Man, Neukel, King, and Heads Up FPV.
So when you are picking channels, and there's lots of ways to do so, please ensure that you maintain your polarity that your quad is set up on. Odd channels are left-hand polarization. Even channels are right-hand polarization. Let's not have any scientific discussions. Polarization is a thing. It's help. And pick your channel. This is heat number 5 in chairs. On deck heat 6. And the whole heat 7.
pilots. We see you're ready. No need for thumbs.
Arm your quads.
Quads.
Live on the tone.
Lesson 5.
This is qualifying round 5 at the 533 Freedom Spec individual race here at Mayhem 2022. Another shout out to those joining us on MultiGP YouTube channel. Most of these pilots going through their first round of qualifying here in qualifying round 5. A lot of the laps that have been coming in between about 34 to 36, 37. Plenty of 40s as well. And we got the first round coming in for this heat. 34 for Chief, 35.3 for Cutie, 35.9 for Amari, 36.5 for Lamone. Current fastest 3 by Heads Up FPV is 139.566. Got some really fast times coming in from Chief this round. Not quite gonna catch him, but gonna be up near the top. A 33.9. Chief just moves into the second place on the leaderboard with 3 laps in 142.644 under Heads Up FPV 139.566. Amari moves into third place, 144.376 on the leaderboard in front of SFPV, currently fourth.
This might be our first pilot to do 5 laps right there. Chief getting it done, going the full charge. And it looks like lap number 5 didn't help him, actually. He was 0.2 of a second longer on lap 5 than he was on lap 2. So we're going to take laps 2, 3, and 4 for Chief. A 30, 34, a 33.9, and a 34.9. Put Chief in second with a minute 42. Overall, Mari was in that one, moves into third with a minute 43. Lehman moves into sixth with a minute 49.4. Looks like we had issues for Ferry. I only got 2 laps recorded for you, Ferry. That sounds right. All right, we don't want to talk about it then. Just wanted to confirm that the news was bad.
The race is completed.
If I can have Daikon and QT come see me when you have a second. No rush, but come and see me when you have a second.
Wait, Scully? 7?
Pilots are quads, live until less than 5. Stand by. Pilots are quads, live until less than 5. Hey, Drone, can you come see me real quick?
Hey, Drone.
The race is completed.
Round 7.
So there's a few ways to see the results. One way is on the race on multi-GP. The fastest way for you right now to get to it is go to your profile and go to joined races. It'll be at the top. It's 5-3 spec. And the multi-GP race. There are other ways to find it as well on multigp.com, but fastest way will be through your pilot profile. As soon as you hit the race, every time I hit save, it updates the running order. You should have heads up FPV for TQ with a minute 39 for his fastest 3. We're doing a top 16 double elimination. As we sit right now, Provo is on the bubble in 16 with 2 minutes 2 seconds for his fastest 3 consecutive. You can also follow along on our live FPV page, mayhem.livefpv.com, and you can see the ranking there and continue hitting refresh. Also, if you want to see where we are in Zippy Q, that also is on multi.com. It'll be right where you're going for the race results as well. If you want to see the lap times, that's on mayhem.livefpv.com. I'll try and help you out as much as I can. We're about to go green here in about 20 seconds. This is heat number 7. We can have you land at the orange paint, everybody. It's right by the takeoff zone. That's the landing zone. Takeoff zone, landing zone. I see some spooling up on the launch tables. It means pilots are ready. Pilots, arm your quads. Lock on the tone in less than
NorCal bringing in a super fast 33.8. But as I say that, Heads Up comes in with a 31.4. There's Provo's second sub 40, now busting a sub 39.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night. Race all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll
Looks like everyone's down, a little shuffling up. Welcome to the top 16. Neuchel, a minute 43 for his fastest 3 laps recorded. Looks like that came from laps 1, 2, and 3 of the 4 he did, a 34, a 33, and a 35. Put Neuchel in 4th with a minute 43. That's about 5 seconds off for TQ time, a minute 37 from Heads Up FPV. Lehman jumps into the number 7 spot with a minute 47 on his fastest 3. Looks like that came from laps 1, 2, and 3 as well. G-Man into 12th. That's a gain of about 7 positions with a minute 52. That came from his last 3 laps, a 38, a 37, and a 37 as well. Looks like no changes there for... Oh, looks like no changes there for V-Ball. Provo with a better time this time around, still in 16th though with the minute 59. That's down from about 2:02 to a minute. And King in 21st with a 2:22. And that one is done. Hey, V-Ball, can you come see me with the quad that you got? We just want to power test it real quick. Sorry, pilots, I just need 30 seconds. We're just doing a thing or two over here. And it's a tight 30. It's a tight 30.
So V-Ball has a brand new out of package TBS 69, but his right now his radio and stuff says 25 milliwatts. We confirm that the quad is outputting at 200. So V-Ball may need a little assistance there. He's not sure why everything is set to 25, but the VTX is not. So if you'll be able to help him out, he'd appreciate that. We're set to go green. Pilots, arm your quads. 5 and less than 5.
So I know we said that the cutoff was going to be 11:30. Shannon has extended that to 11:45 to make sure that everyone gets their 3 in. We will be transitioning 2 brackets after the 11:45, but we were a little slow getting started. It's Sunday. Yesterday was a marathon. And we had a lot of business to get done last night, so a little bit of a late night, a little bit of a slow start, so really hoping everyone can get their 3 in and seated. Trying to break our top 16, and right now a minute 59.3 has Provo on the bubble. And 1/10 of a second back in 17th is Grower. And that all just changed as we slid T-Dog into the top 16. A minute 53 his combined time from his first 3 laps. There's 10 seconds remaining here to get onto a final lap. One more lap to go for Nick Knack. He's got a 37, a 45, and a 43 this time around. And that has him about 3.5 seconds off. 1 to go. No one's done. Keep going if you want to. And a drone, you are done. You're the first one they shut down. 4 laps in the session. T-Dog, you're done with a 47, a 48, and a 48 for T-Dog. T-Dog with a 37, a 38, and a 37. Laps 1, 2, and 3 of his 4. Let's put T-Dog in the number 14 spot. Adrian moves up a peg into 5th with a minute 45 is as fast as 3 combined. We got 1 to finish up. A lot of Charleses here. We met Charles 55582 at Champs, Sport Class Champs. He hit the podium, didn't he win it? No, I said, didn't he win it? I think he won it. I think he won Sport Class, didn't he? It's all blurred. It was all a dream. And so now the bubble is a minute 57.1. Screech baby is now at 60.
The race is completed.
She's stuttering. She's stuttering. I'm stuttering. It's all. Oh. You guys adopted dogs last time. I thought he was joking, but all of of a sudden I saw those only pictures and only pictures. All right, pilots. We're going green in about 10 seconds. Arm your live zone, listen 5.
Now which way do we go is the question to ask. What is real and what is fake? And the risk we have to take. Do we know what is throwing up our backs? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves. We must reach.
$15 seconds to get on to lap number 5. one's done. We're on the quad retrieval. Chief improving his time from earlier. Still in second. This time he's minute 39 in his fastest 3. That is 2.1 seconds back off our TQ. Ethan FPV moving up 1 peg into the number 8 spot with a total of a minute 47. Ferry moving up 4 positions, deeper into the top 16. He's now in 11th with a minute 57. QT breaking our top 16 now with a minute 55.9. QT is on the bubble with a minute 55.1 in 16th. No changes for Mondo, still in the top 16. No changes for Shane, still in the top 16. Legendary Andy, a personal best. He's in 23rd overall with 2 minutes 17 seconds. 23rd. That was round number 9.
The race did.
We are now at round number 10. This will be Paco FPV, Money Slowpoke, King, Dreams, Johnny 5, Provo, and M Grower. On deck is round 11, Orange Stuff, 2 Dog, G-Man, Amari, Charles, Adrone, Awesome, and Heads Up FPV. And the whole Daikon, SFPV, and Neck FPV, all around 12. About 15 minutes to get all your packs in. Make sure you're scanning. I think everyone is got the system down pat. We are going to stop qualifying at 11:45. Trying to roll right into our brackets.
I thought it was. Hey, Joe, can you call it out again?
This heat is Paco, Iman, Slowpoke, King, Dreams, Johnny 5, Provo. All right, pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Heads Up FPV, if you can come see me when you have a sec, please. Looks like just one to finish up. Oof. You're good. Still good. It looks like everyone's down. We can retrieve some quads. That was round number 10 in the books. Orange Stuff, Two Dog, G-Man, Amari, Charles, Adrian, Awesome, Heads Up FPV. On deck, round 12, Dicon, Extrada, QT, Pino, Race JP, SFPV, and Knick-Knack. In the hole, legendary Andy, T-Dog, Shames. Got 10 minutes to go. Four heats to work, including this one. Now, looks like and that'll take us to our cutoff. Round 14 will be our last one. So if you want to get in, we have openings on race band 1, 2, 5. Nate. We're going to run to round 14. I'd like to move some pilots around, but we're not at that point yet. Try and drop the heat and see how it plays out. It's round 11. We should have Orange Stuff, Race Breeze 1, 2 G-Man 3, Amari 4, Charles 5, Adrian 6, Awesome 7, Heads Up 8. Heads Up FPV was our TQ from earlier. And he came up, he said, no, around 7 time. We had him around 2 TQ, and he just told me he's at 7. He says, no, that's right. Take it away from me. And that drops to second. Our TQ at the moment is Chief. Minute 39.560. That puts him ahead Heads Up FPV by 0.006. Chief is the TQ by 6,000ths of a second ahead of Heads Up FPV. Heads Up FPV with a minute 39.566. And Chief with a minute 39.560. So 6,000ths of a second. Chief / Alex FPV. Ahead of Heads Up FPV / Evan.
I'm not seeing anything on my thing. Did you see anything on 7?
anyone not in the queue that wants to be in the queue, we're going to turn queuing off. Means we're going to hide the iPad. Yeah, Shaden, there is one person who's already in the queue, so let's hide the iPad. All right, pilots, arm your quads live on the tone, less than 5.
I'm going to say a quick hello to the chat on YouTube. A bunch of the guys from yesterday are back to hang out here at Mayhem 2022. What's up, Pro Dangles? Hey, Tay Llama. A baby fell asleep on top of me, so now I get to watch this. Sounds pretty good. Hey, Mr. FPV saying, I wish I was there. And a little bit of feedback that there's some wind noise coming from the course. Makes sense. It's a little bit breezy out there. Probably not as windy as it sounds on the live stream, but yeah, there's a breeze. Wow. Just finishing up qualifying in the 533 Freedom Spec race here at Mayhem 2022. Alrighty. Really sweet time by A-Drone, bringing in a 33.245. Heads up with a 33.232. And that fast lap time is going to be enough to bring Heads Up into the number 1 position. So far, he's got 3 in 1:38.780.
All pilots are finished. Heads up 33.5 heads up done.
Yeah, you had 36. I got you. I mean, I know you were just waiting on your spot to pass. You were just waiting on me to. No, I was hauling ass. I tried to pass you in the speaker, but then you passed me again.
Race is completed.
I got the battery up, right?
Round number 12 here qualifying. Daikon. How do you say that name, Joe? Docstrada? QDFPV, Pino, Dreamzy, like the lady's saying. Race JB, SFPV, and Knickknack.
All right, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Lesson 5.
This is qualifying round 12. Looks like we're going to go all the way to round 14. Is that right, Joe? So this is your third to last round that we'll watch qualifying. Before we get into the top 16 double elimination bracket for the 533 Freedom Spec here at Mayhem 2022. So right now, Charles and G-Man in 15th and 16th. We'll be watching the leaderboard change through these next 3 heats to see if they can survive in the top 16.
So it looks like we have 2 heats to go. This one and the next one. 13 and 14. We have a couple pilot slots. So if you didn't get your 3 in, we're just past our cutoff. But we do have a couple slots to slide people in. Looks like we can. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pilots we can accommodate. Left and right hand polarization as well.
Watch out, Chief. I'm coming for you. Don't let work right here.
The race is completed.
Up now, this is heat number 13. Paco, Slowpoke, Legendary, Andy, T-Dog, Charles, 55582, Shames, and Chief, Flash out PV, Flash Mr. Campbell, Flash Alex. On deck our final round of qualification, Iconic King, Ethan FPV, Dreams, Johnny 5, and Race JB. We have two slots available, R3 and R7. The on deck heat, technically even this heat. But preferably not. Have to hit more buttons. We've been budgeted. When I submit my hours at the end of the event, I got so reimbursed my time here. We haven't budgeted for add some space. And we're set. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads.
No changes. Nobody got kicked out of the top 16 in qualifying 12. Still looking at Charles in position 15. He's in this heat. And, of course, G-Man Bio in 16. We've also got T-Dog in this round. He's currently in 18th, trying to get back over the 16. So he can join us in the double elimination bracket. T-Dog, one of the fastest pilots in Denver, Colorado. Just won Whooptopia down in Phoenix, and that's when I decided to sponsor him. Incredibly fast pilot. Robert Muller in the chat shouting out T-Dog. Taylama 42 saying John Eska is tearing it up. Looking great.
One more heat to go. I think we're still making a couple changes to add some people. Right now on the bubble, my buddy G-Man. G-Man Bio. Minute 52.9 on the bubble. Excited to see G-Man might be making our top 16 in this one.
right here in the 533 Freedom Spec qualifying rounds. We're going to do a total of 14 rounds, running just a little late to make sure everybody gets their 3 rounds of qualifying. Current Q heads up FPV with 3 laps in 1 minute 38 seconds, .7, about 3/4 of a second ahead of second place Chief.
Bringing in a 139.5. Third place comes in Gary with 143.3675. Rounds out to the top 5 with a 143.99. Yeah, the bubble was still got Charles 5.82 and G-Man in 15th and 16th respectively. Joe Mama in the chat saying Mr. Legendary and good flying. Chris Irwin saying go Alex FPV. Yeah, Night Train FPV in the chat saying wow, the wind there. It's not probably as windy as the live stream's making it look. There's a pretty consistent ongoing breeze that shifts just a bit. Couple of
gusts, but for the most part, it's probably not as bad as it sounds. There's another comment requesting a windscreen on the mic.
The race is completed.
Pulled around. Shannon, you let me know if they're ready to fly. Should be Daikon, King, T-Dog, Ethan FPV, Dreams, Johnny 5, Race, JB.
Let me know in the chat if you're getting a wind sound from talk or just me.
So, of all these pilots in this heat, we have one pilot in the top 16. Technically could be bumped, but pretty much a lock. Ethan FPV in 11th with a minute 47. The remaining 6 pilots are just outside the top 16. Minute 52.9 is the bubble. T-Dog is closest in 18th. He's got to find about a second and a half. He's got a minute 53.6. He's got to be actually less than that. He's got to find 7/10 of a second. T-Dog needs 7/10 of a second to break the top 16. Is 153.6 again. Minute 52.9 is the bubble. Dreams is kind of close to this bubble with a minute 57. So just over 4 seconds. Just over a second a lap to break it. King is about a second and a quarter a lap. And a minute 58 to minute 52. Daikon is just over the 2-minute mark. Johnny 5 is over the 2-minute mark as well. Race JB looking for 3 laps. So top 16 will be a lock after this one. We got 6 pilots of 7 hungry to break our top 16. And Ethan FPV once again just having fun. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Smooth start for our entire field. Everyone up and flying. trying to break our top 16 to round out our top 16 of the 533 Freedom Spec race here this morning. The Mayhem Dawn to Dusk weekend, and it feels like we're going dawn to dusk because we have brackets still to do, and then we're going to do this all over again. We got open racing this afternoon as well. Super stoked. This is the first event that we've run the new Zippy Q at. We, as in myself and Shannon, Jesse P, learning the new queuing system. That was the dream. Our former queuing system from IO and Champs and other major events with QR code scanning has now been taken to the next level, and a hybrid between that and a system that you'd see at go-karts, which we may be going to this afternoon. Maybe doing some go-karting. Roger Bess, our development manager for MultiGP, has built this virtual queuing system, and for a first time, even though I didn't set it up, Two Dog came. He's the expert now on the queuing system. He set it up for us. But the buttons and things that I needed to do and Shannon Broussard needed to do, it worked as designed, as promised. And for qualifying, so smooth. And Jesse, you're saying, with pilots being so pro, I mean, this thing ran itself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of used to wrangling pilots at the events I host, but these guys are just kind of all pros, and everybody's really on top of their next. Like, for a lot of heats, you didn't even mention who's next or who's racing now. Everybody was on top of it. 2 different pilots have come up to us today to let us know that information was not legit. Thought that was also really cool.
10 seconds remaining to get onto the final lap, and we've moved one pilot into the top 16. Dreams broke it with 1:49. Laps 1, 2, and 3 at 36, 36, and a 36. 3 36s to put him 12th right now. And Dreams is going to try and climb up another ranking. Ethan FPV with a better round this time around. Goes from 11th into 10th. Dreams finishing up. His last lap was a 36 as well. So it's actually laps 2, 3, 4. His fourth lap was 100th of a second faster than his first lap. So we'll go laps 2, 3, 4 for Dreams. Dreams is in 12th. And so that now shuffles Charles into the bubble position in 16th. And G-Man is just outside. He got bumped by Dreams in that one. So G-Man missing the top 16 by about 0.17. Really? Dreams. For real? For real? You are leaving. Well, G-Man, your bad news just turned good. Team White Goat is pulling out. For the first time. He was just asserting his dominance. Dreams was just asserting his dominance and wanted to show what he could do. So he would have been in the top 16. And look at the smiles over here, Jesse P. Great news right there.
Oh, yeah. A lot of smiles around here. It's kind of the Mayhem way.
So I need about 2 minutes to build the heats. Then we'll have a pilot briefing and into our top 16 for 533 Freedom Spec.
Shout out to the chat. Helped us realize that we did have an audio issue. One of the mics on our cameras had turned on. So, yeah, a moment ago I went into the truck, talked to my man Adrian, and he was able to fix it immediately. But a couple guys in the chat let us know that was an issue. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for getting our back, as always. Shout out to Dave from Full Send FPV joining us in the chat. Horny Corn, trying to sing the T-Dog song. I'm not going to sing it today. I sang it yesterday. Also saying kick some butt, T-Dog. Unfortunately, T-Dog just outside the bubble as we go into the double elimination top 16 in the 533 Freedom Spec. Here at Mayhem 2022.
So here is your top 16. Back into 16th, G-Man. 15th, Charles 555. 14th, Shames. 13th, Ferry. 12th, Orange Stuff. 11th, Lehman. 10th, Ethan FPV. 9th will be Paco FPV. 8th is NM Grower. 7th is Pino. 6th is A-Drone. 5th is SFPV. 4th is Neukel. 3rd is Amari. 2nd is Chief. And your TQ. Heads up FPV by 0.8 of a second with a minute 38.7. Pilots, if you can work your way over in front of me to the race director, we'll do our pilot briefing. All right, if we can have our top 16 over to the race director for our pilot briefing. All right, this is your official pilot briefing for the 533 Freedom Spec race. Congratulations, pilots, on making it thus far. Couple things to go over. So it's top 16, double elimination. I believe everyone's familiar with that format. We're going to do whole shot after match 10. So starting at 11, we'll do a whole shot rule. Whole shot is contact before the whole shot gates, resulting in a crash would be a restart. That will not take place until match 11 when we're down to the final 8, and then the whole shot rule will kick in, right? So no whole shot until we get to match 11. It'll be Chase the Ace with Iron Man. With Iron Man. You're not taking the Iron Man? All right, so Chase the Ace, no Iron Man rule in play. So that final 4 will at least run twice. So we don't need to go over Iron Man. Any questions? We got to do channel assignments, but any questions? Anything I'm missing? We're going to do 4 up. Thank you. See, Team Charles is with us. All right. So we said 5. It can be 5, but it's going to be up to you. 16th was 3 laps in 1:52. They can do 5. It means the races will be a little longer, but we don't care. So we can do 3. We can do 3 laps. We can do 4 laps, or we can do 5 laps. So a little discussion. I'll allow some discussion if you guys want to start influencing each other. Sounds like a consensus. 4 laps it will be. So everyone understands around all the flags for the opening lap. Everyone understands that. All right, so we're gonna do channel assignments. This thing didn't save what channels you're on. And also, we shuffled you in. So I'm gonna go in ranking in each heat, and so you'll pick your channels that way. So in heat number 1, it's Amari, Adrone, Lehman, and Shames. Amari, what channel do you want? What one are you on right now? You're on 4? Okay, you're on 4. Adrone, what channel you want? 5? What channel are you on right now? I'm going to put you on 5. You guys will understand what I'm doing here, right? Like, what channel you're on right now is probably the one you're going to want to pick. Let's go to Lehman. What channel are you on? You're on 2. And that leaves Shames. What channel do you want? And you're on 6. That heat's done, so you guys can go get ready. Those 4. Alex FPV / Chief. No, what channel do you want? Okay. That's left hand. You want to go through the other numbers? It's up to you. Pino. What channel do you want? 4. Ethan FPV. What channel do you want? And Charles, what channel do you want? And you guys can go. We'll see you in a little bit. Next heat, Neukel, what channel do you want? SFPV. Orange stuff. So 1's not available. Yeah. 3, 5, or 7. All right, 7. And Ferry. Same heat. It's how you qualified. 3. So we're using channels 1, 2, 3, and 7. 1, 2, 3, and 7. I love you guys. You guys are so fun. All right, you guys can go. I did your 1 and 5 change. So just so you guys know, Neukel's 2, SFPV 5, Orange Stuff 7, Ferry 1. You guys can go get ready. And final heat, TQ, Heads Up FPV. Grower. Paco. And G-Man. And you guys can go get ready. Thank you. We're going to start our brackets here in just less than 5 minutes. I just got to hit some more buttons. Yeah. If you want to follow along in the heats, I'll give you a link in just a minute. I'll tell you where to go on your phone. It'll take you right where you need to be. I just want to hit some stuff before things get freaky. Why didn't that push the result?
What's up, Double A? Joining us in the chat once again. Always good to see you hanging out. Wish you were here in person, but always a shout out for Double A.
We'll be calling you out in about 3 minutes' time, and I'm still working on that link for you with your channel and heat assignments. All right, we're about to start. For some reason, it's not updating the channels on the heat sheet. So I'm going to give you the link, and I pushed it. I resynced the event. I take more ideas. If I go to race editor, maybe. I'm going to try one more thing before I give out the link, because I don't want confusion. I think everything will be okay. No, because I haven't run it. I won't be able to... No. All right. I think I fixed it, so it does have the channels now. So you're going to go to multigp.live/freedom. multigp.live/freedom will take you to the dynamically updating heat sheet as we go through the race, so you always know what your next race and channel is. I think everyone here is familiar with our format. Top 16 double elimination, 14 races. And so to follow along on the heat sheet, multigp.live/freedom. And of course, it's on the mayhem.livefpv.com page as well. But the easiest way, multigp.live/freedom. First bracket is going to start in less than 2 minutes. Yeah, buddy. And of course, you just got to keep hitting refresh. And Shannon, you're going to want that link as well to make sure our on-deck heats are good to go. Good times. multigp.live/freedom. All right. So up now will be Amari, Adrone, Lehman, and Shames. On deck will be Chief, Pino, Ethan FPV, and Charles, 55582, our Sport Class champion from 2021. In the hole will be Neukel, SFPV, Orange Stuff, and Ferry. And then following that, Heads Up FPV, Enum Grower, Paco, and G-Man. This is our preliminary round. It's a top 16 double elimination with Chase the Ace set for our final four. So, match number one, you can start working your way to the line. You're on the line? I like your style.
Michael in the chat saying, let's go Neukel. And Double A cheering on Limon. Lyman? Lehman?
Just did a last-minute channel change on the group. I'm here to help. So what happened there, Jesse, they all rolled out to the line, and they didn't like how their video was. Obviously, they're right beside their quads, but they were like, no, there's some IMDb. And so they picked new channels. They shuffled their channels, and they seem to be content with that, and I'm here to help. So at any point during the day that you need to change channels, Shannon's going to be out there so you don't have to walk over. And again, we can communicate it, make it work. So Adrian, we got different channels, 1, 3, 6, 8. Looks like Adrian's already on it. And so we're good over here. We'll await word. Shannon Broussard, the master of Mayhem, is going to walk down the line as we get set to go green with your first matchup of our Freedom Spec. 533 Freedom Spec. Top 16 double elimination bracket. We're going to start with the number 14 seed Shames, the number 11 seed Lehman, the number 6 seed Adrone, and the number 3 seed Amari. The pilots are ready. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5. A great look at our start, and see, as we're shuffling out, we're underway. All four through the gate at about the exact same time, watching it line of sight. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to pick out the leader. Scoring says it was Adrone, but as we look at it, the line of sight off to the field, it's good grouping. Watching the FPV feeds, there's a huge grouping. All four of them through the top and the bottom of the double stack double in the center of our course. It is a 4-lap race to our checkered line.
Hard to tell. Looks to me that Lehman is in the front, but it's quite confusing out there. Now it appears Amari's got out in front. Just in front of Adrone right now. Amari in the number 1 position. About a second on Adrone right now.
Yeah, you got a battle for the lead. You also got a battle for 3rd and 4th as Lehman and Shames are side by side through gates as well. Lehman just ahead of Shames, and that is 3rd and 4th. And top 2 move up in the bracket in the winner's side. Bottom 2 at the bottom end into our consolation bracket. Wind really picking up here. Whoa, Lehman and Shames, that 3rd, 4th battle. Both of them going inverted at the exact same time, and Shames hitting a flag, having to go back. Looked like Lehman had a little bit of a wobble bobble, so we'll still be able to watch that one as we look at a little bit of separation now. Amari 1.6 seconds ahead of Adrone. But they are, well, they're about a second and a half ahead of Lehman and Shames right now as they go on to lap number 3. They still have another lap to go. It's 533 Freedom Spec. They're running those 3S batteries at 4.35 voltage when we go green, which means they can go 5 laps. We've shaved a little bit of time off the brackets as we get set to wave a white flag. Amari, Adrone, and Lehman on the final lap. All 3 pilots only separated by 3.6 seconds. There's Shames onto the final lap as well as we're chasing down Amari and looking on board with Lehman. Is he going to be able to get by Adrone? They're not too far apart. It's about a gate right now.
Going to be kind of difficult. Amari in first place brings in a 33.4, followed by a 34 and a 35. His first lap, his best lap. Flying comfortable in first place since he made that position change.
There's your first winner of the afternoon. Amari across the line first, Adrone second, and Lehman crosses over in third, 1.9 seconds back from the transfer position. And there's Shames finishing strong as well, 4 laps in 2 minutes 44 seconds for Shames. Amari winning this one, 4 laps in 2 minutes 29 seconds. And it is a double elimination bracket, winner's bracket, consolation bracket situation. So we're going to move Amari and Adrone up. And to match number 6, no channel changes. Lehman and Shames will go to match number 5 and no channel changes. No channel changes. Match number 1 is in the book.
Double A in the chat cheering on Lehman real hard. Go, 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 Lehman.
Well, he's going to need that encouragement, try and stay alive. Still with a chance to make it to our Final 4 for the championship and to play Chase the Ace this afternoon. Silva, we need the hammer drill and your operational skills. If you can go see Shannon with the hammer drill, Mark, it'd be greatly appreciated. For match number 2, it'll be Chief, Pino, Ethan FPV, and Charles. On deck will be Heat match number 3, Neukel, SFPV, Orange Stuff, and Ferry. In the hole, Heads Up FPV, NM Grower, Paco, and G-Man. In this one, we have the number 15 seed in our bracket and reigning multi-GP sport class champion, Charles 55582. Silva. They need the drill hammer thing. Pilots, before you power up, you can power up in test, but we have a gate repair, so you got a little bit of time. We actually got to hammer in some pegs. The wind is picking up, so you got a little bit of time as we do some pegging. The number 15 seed reigning sport class champ, Charles 55582. I know what I said. We also have the number 10 seed, Ethan FPV. The number 7 seed, Pino, formerly Pino 151. And the number 2 seed by about 0.7 of a second off of the TQ, Chief / Alex FPV / Mr. Campbell. You see our pilots getting staged, and on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the gate repair that we are attempting to do because the wind has pulled the stake right out of the ground.
Yeah, we had a few big gusts during that last heat. You can see on the right side of your screen, that's the master of Mayhem himself, working on fixing a little bit of wind damage from that gusty last heat. My man Mark Silva out there also been working super hard this whole event, always on standby to fix any fallen gates. We had a broken flag yesterday. Hustled out there, fixed it immediately. So looks like our repair is complete. So stand by just another moment. Standby pilots, we're just fixing a little wind situation here in the booth. We got a big gust and almost lost some monitors, so Scully's pulling up some wheels to block some of that wind right now, and we'll be getting underway. Double A in the chat saying Mark's getting his pre-IO tan on. Also shouting out Ethan FPV. Michael's in the chat saying, way to go, A-Drone. Laws FPV asking in the chat, I'm curious, what are the 55582 numbers on Charles's name? I kind of want to know too. Welcome back, Joe.
Something happened to the stream deck, Adrian. I was trying to bring up the camera that's on us. We're about to go green, though. All right, here we go. Match number 2. There we go. We were talking about the car. So this is our new backup, our backdrop. I want to thank our sponsor, Kia. Our title sponsor, Kia. This is the 2021 Kia Soul. I highly recommend it. Resilient car.
Tell us about some of the features.
It bounced off the speaker there. No problems. No scratches. Resilient. Match number 2. Charles, Ethan, Pino, and Chief. Top 2 move up. Bottom 2 move down. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. It looked like a little bit of a shaky start there for one pilot. Wasn't able to see the FPV feed, but now everyone underway. We were watching the takeoff camera, and a little bit of a different grouping here on the start. Looks like Ethan FPV leading the charge. That shaky start was Pino. I think he went a little wide, but don't count him out, even though he is he's about 11 seconds back right now. I don't know what happened on Pino's start, but we're chasing down Ethan.
I was going to say, it looked like he got confused, maybe turned around for a second. As Ethan goes down, Turtles, he's going to pop back up.
That's Chief. Good news for Ethan, as Chief and Charles are 1 and 2 on to lap number 2.
Chief moves into first place. Nice and smooth, clean air at the front of the pack. Charles not too far behind him, appears to be about 4 seconds right now.
Remember, this is a 4-lap race, so anything can happen. We saw our leader crash out in turtle mode, and that was one lead change and a whole position change. As Chief now flying away with it. He goes on to lap number 3. Pair of 34s, his opening 2 laps.
But now Ethan has now crawled his way and clawed his way out of third. He's up into second, just ahead of Charles, 5.5582. But that is a battle right now for second. They're only separated by 0.5 of a second, and Pino has caught up as well. He's 5.5 seconds away from the transfer position. Remember, he was 11 seconds back from everybody on the opening lap, so maybe that's working into his strategy. He's putting the pressure on himself as he tries to chase down Ethan and Charles in second, third. Chief running his own race. There he's already on the final lap. He's met the white flag. There's Ethan still in second, 8.4 seconds back behind Chief. And there's Charles now 2 seconds back in third behind Ethan FPV. And Ethan had to go back for a flag as we watch Charles get around that flag first. And so now Charles up into second. Ethan and Pino are the ones who are hungry as Pino gets onto that lead lap with everybody. As Pino gets on to lap number 4, we're about to round things out here with Chief. He's done 4 laps in 2 minutes 26 seconds. He's staying in the winner's bracket. Nice landing as well for Chief in the orange paint, Alex FPV, as you know him on TV. And Ethan FPV going to cross over in second. Charles in third, 1.9 seconds back from the transfer position. And Pino, it's a coulda, shoulda, woulda. He's down in the consolation bracket. But he's been able to put that pressure on himself. He's going to be coming in hot with a chance to redeem himself and get to our final 4. And that is match number 2 in the books.
Good morning, Packet FPV joining us in the chat. Anyone seen Lucas Droner today? I think he's here, or at least he was. Oh, Droner took off, I'm being told.
Looks like no channel changes for anybody in that one. So we're going to take Chief and Ethan FPV to match number 6. No channel changes. Charles 55582 and Pino to match number 5, and no channel changes for them as well. That's match number 2 in the books. We're at match 3. This is Neukel SFPV, Orange Stuff, and Ferry. On deck, match 4. Heads Up FPV, Enam Grower, Paco FPV, and G-Man Biao. And in the hole, match number 5. Lehman, Shames, Charles, and Pino in the hole. Not really. I'd have to... yeah, I kind of forgot that we do that. I usually run that on a Google Sheet. We can probably do it for the other race. We can set it up during qualifying. Yep. If you want to see. This match number 3, we have the number 13 seed Ferry, the number 12 seed Orange Stuff, the number 5 seed SFPV, and the number 2 seed Neukel. It is an all-team Velocidrone heat. There's the master of Mayhem himself, Shannon, running our flight line, his flight line. They're looking for one of their pilots. I think it's Ferry that they're missing. So on deck heat, we do have a queuing table that we'd like to put in play as we're kind of dragging a little bit. So to the on deck circle, we're looking for match number 4. Heads Up FPV, and I'm Grower, Paco, and G-Man. There's an on deck table. If you can just check in with Shannon, be greatly appreciated. Of course, we got pit switches, so let's power up our video pilots. We're about to go green. I think I'm just missing one pilot for video. Oh, he's on digital. All right. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Stand by. Stand by. I'm going to tell you what happened there. I sat back waiting for someone else to push the start button. I don't know why. I've done it a million times, and it was my job. And it takes me a second to find the mouse because it'll go there. Now I have the mouse, and if you're ready, I'm ready. Pilots, rearm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Adrian.
SFPV out in first place in front of Ferry in second right now. Can't see video for Neukel, so we'll check on that in a minute. Orange Stuff appears to be in third place. SFPV leading Ferry now by about 2 seconds, 1.5 seconds. We got a lap for everybody now. Still, strangely, no video on my screen for Neukel. I think we got a little technical issue there. Sorry, live stream. First place, currently SFPV. Neukel is, of course, in the air, and we can't see him, but he's holding second place right now. Brought in a 36-1. Ferry right behind him with a 36-1 as well. Orange Stuff had a 38 first lap. As we bring SFPV across for the second time. A little bit faster on his second lap by 2 seconds, 34.9. Just about everybody. Whoa, too loud. Everybody improved on their first lap on the looks of it. Almost. So, Neukel, we still can't see him, but he's moved into first place, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's flying digital, and we're jumping around channels, so we're just trying to accommodate that behind the scenes. We got a new leader onto the final lap. It's SFPV Ferry. Then Neukel is 0.2 of a second back in third. So it'll be a battle between, right now, Ferry and Neukel. 0.2 of a second apart for that transfer position. Orange Stuff gets onto that lead lap as well. SFPV, your leader, with a 3-second lead, and he's got no mistakes made. And so watching on board in the on the feed of Ferry, seeing if we get a quad by him. This is the final lap. If you see a quad get in front of him, that's most likely Neukel, and that would be telling you what's going on there. SFPV, first one to the line. Line of sight. We just watched Ferry crossover in second, 4.2 seconds back. And there's Neukel across in third. Down to the consolation bracket, we're going to take him. He is 5 seconds back behind Ferry, and Orange Stuff across the line as well in fourth. 3.6 seconds back from Neukel. So moving on up will be SFPV and Ferry into our winners bracket. Neukel and Orange Stuff will go into the consolation bracket. There'll be no channel changes for any of those pilots. SFPV and Ferry, we're back with you in match number 8. Neukel and Orange Stuff, you're back in match number 7. No channel changes. And, of course, you can follow along with the heat sheets as they update dynamically at multigp.live/freedom for those heat sheets as we go. Again, no channel changes. We're at match number 4. That is Heads Up FPV, Enum Grower, Paco, and G-Man. On deck will be Lehman, Shames, Charles, and Pino. And in the hole, Amari, A-Drone, Chief, and Ethan FPV. This one we have G-Man, who qualified 17th and dreams left, and so G-Man's dream came true. He's in our top 16 in the number 16 spot now. Paco FPV, the number 9 seed, the number 8 seed NM Grower, and your TQ by about 0.7 of a second on a fastest 3-lap consecutive stat. Heads Up FPV. I think we need to switch some scenes around. I see what Adrian's doing. Race is going to start in about 20 seconds. Should have 1, 2, 3, 8. Be the digits you're looking for, bud. Here we go, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Well, G-Man is in the caboose of the back of the pack, but you got Grower, Heads Up FPV, and Paco, 1, 2, 3, 4. And Grower got the whole shot. As Heads Up FPV now taking the lead just ahead of Grower, and Paco is right with them as well in the number 3 position. It's a 4-lap race, so lots of time to catch up. As it's Heads Up, Grower, Paco, and G-Man, your running order here on this opening lap. So you watch Heads Up FPV starting to pull away a little bit, but as you go on board with Grower, you see Heads Up FPV just in front of him. How about that? That's Paco in front of Grower. Paco slides up in a second, but only 2.4 seconds separating the top 3 pilots. There's G-Man onto the lead lap as well. He is only 6 seconds back from the transfer position of second, and we're seeing chase cam after chase cam. I think that's Paco on the hind side of NM Grower. Yeah, as you can see, that's a battle for second, and they're only a gate back behind Heads Up FPV, your leader.
So they're still flying side by side. It's been, look at this. Oh, little bit of a bobble there. I think I see Paco barely ahead right now.
No, both of them.
It's Grower.
Grower just ahead of Paco by 0.3 of a second. I'm watching them now line of sight. They got the same props, obviously, everyone running the same spec props, so a little difficult off in the back end. But there is only 2 feet separating them. Look at the chase cam.
They've been doing this for a lap and a half now. NM Grower and Paco FPV flying blade to blade, somehow avoiding contact. Look at that. Look at Grower's screen. Can see him right in front of him, trying to catch up to him now. Paco barely afraid. A little bit of a wobble there, but he pulls out of it. Beautiful save. They're still blades. Oh. There they finally contact. NM Grower took a harder hit, but he is able to get back up just a bit slower, trying to catch Paco still in second place.
Well, he got ahead of him. He got ahead of him by just at least on that front straight. Grower got out over the hurdle first.
There he is.
And Paco is now trying to reel in Grower. Heads Up knows he's doing well, but we got an amazing one of the quads has a battery hanging, they just told me, in our Grower and Paco battle. And well, Paco had to go a little wide and go back, so battle loosening up a little bit. And the battery hanging was by Grower.
Yeah.
It disconnected just as Paco was behind him. And so Paco gets by Grower, and Paco will move up with Heads Up FPV in our winners bracket. Grower and G-Man will go into our consolation bracket. There's G-Man across the line, officially in third in that matchup. And Grower and Paco with the show of pretty much the entire event. I mean, we've had some great shows this weekend.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we've had some great entertainment this weekend. Most of the most entertaining things actually happened in the pits because it was team racing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the big storylines there from team racing yesterday, but blade-to-blade racing, that was insane. A great show.
Paco versus
Grower.
NM Grower, bringing in that was the end of the preliminary round now. So we've got all 16 pilots now sorted into the winners bracket and the consolation bracket. We'll be moving on to race number 5 in just a moment. Kind of harsh to say that short battle for a lap and a half was the most exciting moment of the event.
Well, that's what we want to see, blade-to-blade racing.
No, it felt good.
And in team racing, remember, well, they're 27 laps ahead. Maybe they can catch them. That's not blade-to-blade.
Slow pass in about 45 minutes.
With a hanging battery. Like, that's pretty epic.
That was excellent.
We do have a channel change for Paco. You're going to Race Band 3 when you come back. Race Band 3 when you come back. Paco and Heads Up FPV going to match 8. And G-Man and Grower to match number 7. No channel changes for Heads Up. G-Man and Grower, Paco with his channel change. Heads Up and Paco to match 8. G-Man and Grower to match.
Graham Tate in the chat, loving that battle. Double A's still chilling out with us. Thanks, MultiGP, for bringing us a live feed the last couple days. Y'all are spectacular. You are too, Double A.
Yeah. Really? For real? We're at match number 5. We're in the consolation bracket. Lehman, Shames, Charles, 55582, and Pino, you're up. On deck will be match 6, and we want the on-deck heat to check in with Shannon at the table. That's Amari, Adrian, Chief, and Ethan FPV are on deck. And then in the hole, Neukel, Orange Stuff, G-Man, and Grower. We're at match number 5. This is a consolation bracket race. We kind of jump around just because of batteries and back-to-back. So this is match number 5. It's our first heat of the consolation bracket. Then we'll go to match number 6, which is our first heat of the winner's bracket. Then we'll go to match number 7, which is our second heat of the consolation bracket, first round of the loser's bracket. Then we'll go to match 8, which is our second preliminary round of the winner's bracket, right? And then we catch up. We go down in the consolation bracket.
You guys got that at home, right? Everybody got that?
Everyone understood.
You just painted a picture in all our minds.
Yeah. I could draw it like this.
Oh yeah, we're on the.
Adrian, we got some channel changes last minute. We're using 1368. And we're ready. Is 8 digital? No, 8 shouldn't be digital. No. No digital. Neukel is the. Oh. Here we go, pilots. We appreciate your patience. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5.
Man, that is a beautiful launch cam. Everybody makes their way around the entire course to start that first long lap.
Whole shot gonna go to Shames. And he's holding them off right now. Now Pino's stepping ahead of Shames. I think they're first and second right now. 4-lap race. Here they go on to lap number 2. There's Lehman, Pino, Charles. And here comes Shames. 5 seconds separating all 4 pilots, and we're chasing down the Texan, Lehman, at the front of the fields.
This is a race to stay alive. Charles needs to catch up to Pino, and he's only a few seconds back right now. No, less than a second. Right on him now. Okay.
Look at this. Pino, Lehman, Charles. So now Pino is making a switch up there to getting into the lead. Charles still in third. Now he's chasing the heels of Lehman. 1.6 seconds back in third. And Shames on that lead lap as well. He is about 4 seconds off the transfer position at the midway point. 2 laps down. 2 laps still to go.
Lehman about 2 to 3 seconds ahead now, trying to hold on to this lead. You just need to stay second to keep your career alive in the 533 Freedom Spec race.
Oh, Charles just hit a gate, so now breathing room for Pino and Lehman They're still 1 and 2, 0.8 of a second apart at the front. But we lost It's Charles. As Charles gets back up, that slid Shames up into third. He gets onto the final lap, but he's 9 seconds back from the Pino and Lehman show. There's Charles back in the heat of the things, but again, about 10 seconds to find first and second to stay alive. This is an elimination race, first one of our consolation brackets. And we're about to wave a checkered flag here in the next 10 seconds or so.
Huge gust of wind, and you can see these pilots negotiating it as Pino crosses over with 4 laps and 2:33, keeps it alive.
And Lehman in second to stay alive as well. Pino and Lehman staying alive. And Shame's going to finish up in the number 15 spot overall, 10.8 seconds back from the transfer position. And our reigning sport class champion, a multi-GP, Charles 55582, finishing in the number 16 spot overall of our 533 Freedom Spec. We will see Pino and Lehman again as they stay alive in the consolation bracket. They're back in match number 9. No channel changes. No channel changes.
Shout out to Adrian in the truck driving this remote cam, making the live stream look so good. I love that.
We had 31 pilots competing in the 533 Freedom Spec race here at Mayhem. 31, so Charles finishing up in the number 16 spot. Just ahead of the midway point. Our congratulations to him. Love to see our sport class champ, reigning sport class champ, representing and doing so well here in 2022. And Shame's 15th of the 31 pilots as well. We're at match number 6. This is Amari, Adrone, Chief, and Ethan FPV on deck as Neukel, Orange Stuff, G-Man, and NM Grower. In the hole, SFPV, Ferry, Heads Up FPV, and Paco FPV.
Double A still chilling in the chat, saying Shames came out so hard on that I thought he was gonna win it. That one was back and forth. He also asked Joe, how was your night last night?
It was amazing. Thank you for asking. We had a great time.
We did. Made some friends.
Anytime you can go to Texas, it's a great time. Here we go, pilots. Match number 6, it's a winner's bracket, so there'll be no tiers, no eliminations. Top 2 advance to our semifinal, the winner's bracket. Bottom 2 in our consolation bracket. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5.
That was pretty much a perfect launch. I'm watching Amari and Chief, Ethan and Adrone right there with him too. Looks to me the first place currently
Amari. But they're all 4 together.
Yeah, they're still riding tip to tip. Oh wow. Epic pass in front of Adrone I just got to see on his screen. Very close to contact. So Amari's still holding first place right now, and I'm watching Ethan FPV not too far behind him, maybe 1 to 2 seconds. Adrone also riding right there with him.
Amari and Ethan 1 and 2, Chief and Adrone 3rd and 4th. They're the closest together, a battle for 3rd, 4th, but it's not about those positions. That's consolation bracket bound. You need to be in the top 2, and they're 2.5 seconds back with 3 laps to go.
Here in the winner's bracket, everybody's going to have another chance. I'm still watching Amari out front, over the hurdle. And yeah, it looks like he's still got about 2 seconds on Ethan FPV, not quite enough for a big mistake. He could save a bobble in that amount of time. We've seen him do it before. Lap number 2 for Amari and Ethan. Adrone also passes over, as does Chief. Amari's first lap, a sub 33 second lap. Really fast for this course. And Adrone with contact on a gate. We see him struggling, maybe losing video. It's clipping in and out.
Oh, he's in a flag right now.
He's got to fight that flag.
Shannon Broussard's like, no, don't fight my flag.
Yeah, I know. He was telling me how some of his favorite flags really got torn up and abused yesterday. Amari still holding first place with Ethan. Adrone gives a little bit more breathing room to Ethan, who's in second place. Chief's still with us.
Yeah, but he's 4.8 seconds back from Ethan here on this final lap. 4.8 to put Alex FPV in the semifinal of the winner's bracket. Oh, and we just lost Ethan FPV.
That could be very good news for Chief. I happened to watch it happen. I was watching Ethan's screen. I couldn't tell what happened there. Did you?
He just lost video.
Yeah, just like it seemed like it suddenly disappeared.
Like a switch went off. So Chief going to the semifinal of the winner's bracket along with this matchup winner, Amari. Amari and Chief moving up in our winner's bracket. Ethan FPV and Adrone both with quad issues out there, and they're going to go into our consolation bracket. Amari, if you can bring your quad over to see me, please. Amari, the quad you just raced. We're going to do a little checky. And do we have one channel change to worry about. Adrone, I'm going to have to change your channel. We'll figure it out. We're just going to go into holding pattern.
You're looking at Joe Scully just doing a quick video output test.